Just tell me a little bit how important it is to get pressure on Ryan now in this game, and 'cause he's not necessarily known as a mobile guy.
Well, see, mobility, based on the guys that you're running from is two different things. He's athletic enough and he's mobile enough that he can get away and still make the throw. His arm strength is going to make up for him having to move a lot. And, it's not like he's a four-year starter. The guy's still learning. So I think he's way ahead of the curve. I think he's mobile enough to beat you. You see it on film. He can roll out. And they do a good job of changing the pocket up, So we're going to be stressed in all areas up front.
But you do see some things that you guys can maybe take advantage of, and you've got some confidence there with your defensive front, right?
Well, we hang our hat on the front. We have to. And, they're our guys, and we got to find a way for them to win the battle up front. That's our major – that's been our focus every game. And if we find a guy that's got a good matchup and he can do some things, but, coach is going to turn the protection another way, and it's going to, it'll be a chess match back and forth, but it'll come down to the guys up front and giving him time. But, we got to keep moving them and turn those guys loose. That's our only chance.
I was talking to Van maybe a week or so ago on the phone. He was telling me that, it's kind of weird, this Conference USA, you got the East and the West. And it seems like your division, everybody prides themselves on defense.
Right.
The other division, it's kind of more of offense. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I think it's geographically is the reason more than anything, because, we're that type of offenses are run closer to where we are, more I-backs and, running the football and stuff like that. But it's just the way it's happened in the development of our league. But that's been the reason we've won, is we won with physical games and creating turnovers and stuff like that.
How good is this defense from what you've seen this year and what they've been able to do for you? And I'm sure that Houston game, you gave up some points, but you had to been very.
Oh, we were pleased at 5 yards of play. We were pleased at that. And no, they're as good as they want to be. If each kid's out there doing his best and they're playing together, they're a great defense. If it's only 8 of them, we're average. So that's been the key. We're mature enough so the guys know how hard each guy's got to play.
Talk about Arkansas's backfield a little bit. Their running backs, they've got 4 guys. And I think Coach Petrino said that he thinks they're all starter-worthy.
They are.
Is it kind of hard to prepare for them when you don't really know who's going to get the most?
No, because, they do a lot of the same things, so you really sort of say, hey, here's the plays we got to stop. Because if you get caught up in the guy, it may worry you more. So it'll be a challenge, because what you're dealing with then is a fresh back.
Right.
That's the problem.
Receivers, I guess a lot of teams have had difficulty covering them. Just what have you seen from them? They got a trio of sophomores there.
Well, they got a guy who can get them the ball. All right, so the balls are catchable and they're there, so it's their job just to put those mitts on them and hold on, and they can get open, and the coaches find holes in your defense that you gotta weed through.
Going toward the end of the season there this year, everybody's talking about Houston, CUSA. You guys are still the defending champs. You end up proving it. What was the mood like on campus and everything that week leading up to the championship game?
It was awesome, because it was a game they hadn't had on campus before. If you can host a championship, that's, everything's a neutral site. So, it was like having the Super Bowl in your own backyard. So for our school, it was great. It was great, because it was cold and rainy, and it was still packed and loud, so it was perfect.